What's up, 12th man? Another Norblog coming at you. Man, kind of a mixed emotions. I had all this great, cheery Seahawk, good news, off-season news to throw at you, and then a bomb kind of blew up not more than 15-20 minutes ago when heard news that Russell Wilson is filing for divorce from his wife, Ashton. I guess it's just more sad than anything else. I mean, you know, most of you guys have heard me talk on this blog that I hold Russell Wilson in the highest regard. And I still do, because I think the world of that guy. But I also know the challenges of relationships and marriage, and he didn't even have any kids or anything like that yet, so they're still pretty early in theirs. I just feel for those guys. You know, I know they did a lot of stuff together in the community, always seemed to be kind of as one, and you know, it's just how it happened. That's just, sometimes it happens that way. So just feel sympathetic for him, and I hope everything works out for him and that this doesn't become too much of a emotional or mental distraction for him. So thoughts for him. Hopefully it all works out well. Russell, we need you, man, so be strong. Hang in there, dude. So that was a shocking news break of the last few minutes. Other Seahawks news. I got to try to switch up into happy mode here, because it really is good news overall for the team. So here we go. What everyone else had been talking about prior to that story was the trade acquisition for Terrelle Pryor from the Raiders. He was a quarterback for the Raiders, and now he's with the Seahawks. Traded basically a 7th round pick, which amounts to pretty much almost nothing, because it's like the last pick practically of the draft. I believe it's a pick for this year's draft, but there's some differences of opinion as to exactly which is a conditional pick. Is it this year? Is it next year? We'll find all that out. But either way, it's a really low risk trade for the Seahawks. No matter what happens, worst thing that could happen is they give up that very low draft pick. So what's the upside? You know, what are we gaining? What does this mean for the Seahawks getting Terrelle Pryor? Well, nobody really knows, because once again, it's John Schneider and Pete Carroll, and they just do things the way they do, and have made a constant habit of surprising all of us with all their moves, and none of us saw this one coming. I've actually joked that in the draft, people have asked, well, who do you think they're going to draft? And granted, this wasn't the draft, but I said, yeah, we need an offensive lineman, and we need a receiver. So the Seahawks will probably draft a quarterback. And I joked about that, and here they go, trading for one before the draft even starts. But here's the way to look at it, folks, because I had some friends confused by it. I was confused by it, wondering what does this all mean. And a friend of mine who was thinking, well, maybe this is a backup plan in case they can't sign Wilson when his contract's up. I'm like, there's no way they're not going to sign Wilson. I think the world would come to an end if they don't sign Russell Wilson when his time comes up to get his contract done. So I just don't see that happening. So this is the way I look at it. First of all, the guy is just a freakish athlete. The dude is 6'6", 245 pounds, and he runs a 4.38 40. That's insane. And for the Raiders, he wasn't a great quarterback, but man, that guy could run. He was tearing up the field rushing. So, well, maybe the Seahawks are maybe thinking about using him in some kind of receiver position, because who fits that kind of body build around the league? And check out these stats of this other very well-known receiver. Like I said, Terrelle Pryor, 6'6", 245, runs a 4.38. This particular receiver is 6'5", 236 pounds, and runs a 4.35 40. Almost exactly the same stats-wise. Slightly lighter, a little shorter, this other guy, and a touch barely faster. That would be Megatron, Calvin Johnson. That's what kind of athlete we're talking about here, if you want to compare to somebody who's out in the league. So you could see how this guy could be just a crazy receiver that could get him to switch that role. So I think no matter what, Tavares Jackson, people have thought, well, maybe he's going to be a quarterback competition for Tavares Jackson. But Tavares Jackson, I think, is locked up for this year. Not that Seahawks ever not do anything just because the guy's got a contract, as you know from Matt Flynn. But I think they like him too much. I think Tavares is a solid backup quarterback, a better quarterback at this point. Terrelle Pryor has shown he's not a very good passer. He just runs like crazy. So and in the locker room, Tavares is loved by the Seahawks. So I don't see them taking Tavares out and replacing him with Pryor. So that opens up all the possibilities of what they might just try to do if they just put this guy on the field somehow. Whether in specialty modes or maybe special teams, return guy, who knows? But a lot of options. Maybe the dude is there to do like a you know, a wildcat or a throwback to Russell Wilson going out. You know, there's so many things. You get speed like that out there in size. There's so many things you can do, and a guy who can also handle the ball. Anyway, so I think there's a lot of great things. This is a low-risk trade, and it's just going to only be more upside to have a freakishly good athlete on the squad that you can use for something. So it's great. It's a good thing. Going back to the Sidney Rice deal, I talked about this last time. You know, we did sign him. I didn't have the specs, but I do have them now. So it's a one-year deal, $1.4 million, and that's exactly what I was thinking it would be, somewhere under 2. And that's a really good deal. Worked out great, because if Seattle had kept him and not released him earlier, we would have had to have paid him $9.7 million from his original contract to stay. So right there, you're seeing Seattle basically saving $8.3 million by that little transaction of letting him go and bringing him back. I mean, brilliant. This is why Carroll and Schneider is so amazingly smart when it comes to this stuff. But I think they had kept that door open for him, made it very clear that Rice is welcome back. And obviously because of his injury, other teams were probably a little skeptical about getting him. But according to what he said, the Jets actually were offering more money for him to join their team, but he decided that he wanted to come back to Seattle, baby. And I quote, "I don't think I've been around a place where you get injured and still have the full support of the fan base, and that really meant a lot to me. Just to be back and have another opportunity to play in front of the 12s at CenturyLink is a huge part of the factor too." So there you go. That's the feel-good stuff. Another example of a guy who doesn't just chase the money. He actually decided to stay here in Seattle because he loves playing for this team, playing for us, the 12th man. So just to add to this, we're in this feel-good, lovey-dovey moment. Zach Miller, as you know, who re-signed for a lesser amount of money as well. He renegotiated his was going to be high contract and took less money. He said, "I wanted to be here, and it was either that or retire, and I'm not ready to be done yet. I want to finish my career as a Seahawk and just stay here and keep winning, because that's what is the most fun in this league, is to be on a good team, winning with great teammates." What can you say? Zach Miller, great guy. I think it's awesome that he's also back on the team, because it's the best tight end we got. And he's got a lot of, got some good depth behind him too. So we're in good shape on that. And some more good news. Richard Sherman. News is that he's very close to signing his contract extension. I think the goal is the Seahawks want to get him signed before the draft starts, which is in 2 weeks. And if everything goes as expected, he will become the highest paid cornerback in the league, edging out Terrelle Pryor-the, who is getting paid $12 million or so a year by the Patriots. So, as we expected, Richard is going to get his stuff done, take care of him. All we got left to do now is take care of Earl Thomas, and all of our crucial guys will be taken care of at least this year, and then we just got to take care of Russell next year. So, all good stuff, Seahawks news-wise, all right? So more reasons to feel good about being a 12th man fan and being a Hawks fan. It's all good. By the time you see this, the NFL schedule will have already been released. It came out at 5 o'clock on Wednesday. And so for you diehard fans who have been waiting for it to come out, you've probably already looked at it. I'm dying to look at it exactly 1 hour and 45 minutes from now. And we will be doing a prediction contest, y'all. So, as I'm sure most of you do, you'll go through the schedule and go, okay, that's a win, that's a win, that's a win, that's a loss, that's a win, that's a win. So, do that like you would normally do. I'm going to do the same thing. And I'm going to make it a little contest here. I'm going to make a little contest to see which of us here can guess accurately how the season will turn out. As I mentioned before, I guessed last year I predicted 13-3. But I got the wrong 3 games guessed on. I think I got one of those right. The Indianapolis game I called a loss. But anyway, we'll do the same sort of thing. So write down your record prediction, which teams we're going to lose to, if anyone, and put it in the comment section of the video. Got to do this before May 7th, by May 7th, because I'm going to make this a pre-draft contest. You can't make the prediction after the draft. So May 7th is the cutoff. Put in your comments, and at the end of the year, we'll see how it turns out, and one of you guys will get a prize. I don't know what yet that'll be, but it'll be something cool. I gotta go. I'll be right back. Look who's here!
No, not today.
The cutest little 12th man fans in the planet. You wanna say hi, guys?
Hi. Hi.
Buckle up.
Remember that little thing you're back? Remember that?
Vanessa wants to make a music video where she plays Elsa from Frozen, singing the song Let It Go, which she did at her talent show. But she wants to reenact the entire scene from the movie where she actually has special effects coming out of her hands and she creates the ice castle and the stairs, and she wants me to digitally recreate that scene. Just like that. It took a team of 2,000 animators and several supercomputers to do that, but I gotta do it at home apparently. Yes? Well, we'll figure out how to do this, but I cannot guarantee we're going to have Disney quality special effects because that's just a lot of work. But we'll see what we can do. Vanessa, hands to yourself, please. Vanessa, so the NFL draft, the 2014 draft is in 2 weeks, just over 2 weeks, starting on May 8th. Question for you guys, where are you guys gonna be watching the draft this year? I've always generally watched it just at home, like most of you probably do, but I'm thinking, what would be a good fun place to watch it at? Where's the party at here? Where's the draft party at here in Seattle or Renton? Tell me what you guys are gonna be doing for the draft. Couple of quick shout outs. Couple of young 12th man fans, 11-year-olds, almost like Sophie will be in 2 years. Their names are Max and Dominic. I just wanted to do a shout out to you guys. Thanks for watching all the Norb-Cam videos and sending me a message to say you appreciate what I'm doing on this channel. So thank you for being a fan and keep watching because, like I said, there's lots of cool stuff coming. So thank you, Max and Dominic. All right, well, we're back home now. So remember, if you haven't already, subscribe, watch more videos, and send me a message.
Bye.
Send me a message. Go. Go.
Go bye.
Go. I'm waiting for it. Where is it? Go.
No.
I see I have a long way to go.
Go Tinkerbell.
Go Hawks.
We are the 12th man Seahawks, we got your back, yeah.